All right, Larry's got something for me. Larry, what's the deal on Big Joe Biden?
Hey, Ronnie, I just wanted to tell you, Joe was drinking, but he was drinking a near beer called Eggles, made by Beck's, I think.
All right, let me tell you something, Biden. Have a fucking Coke. If you don't drink, don't feel like you have to fucking hide it. You got nothing to be ashamed about. You're jumping Joe Biden. Say, look, I'm not like you guys. I don't have to fucking pause. First of all, who asked his ass to be there? When else does he ride wingman? And now he has to, like shit might break out.
He heard there was a party after work, so he showed up.
This fucking country's off the rails. We have jumped the track. The economy is taking the shit, and Joe Biden's drinking a near beer with some cop from Mass, some idiot professor, and Earl. That's where we are right now. I had to bust Earl's balls about this today, too. That's an embarrassment. That's a complete embarrassment. I want to set something else up, too, because I see him all, on the news. The worst thing you can do is racial profiling. They get all freaked out by that. And then they also get freaked out if you act like, any one group holds any stereotype, correct?
Right.
So why does the news break it down and say, all right, the president is losing favor with white people, the black people are still with him, Hispanic. Why are they constantly breaking down race as if all black people think the same way, all white people think the same way, all Hispanic people think the same way? If anyone else does that, oh, you're fucking profiling, you're stereotyping people. The news does it constantly. And nobody acts like, is this wrong? As if a black guy in New York City has the same fucking problems as a black guy in, let's say, Portland or Montgomery, Alabama. And yet you will see 39% of blacks feel, 41% of whites feel. How the fuck is that not racial profiling people? How is it not lumping people as race instead of Americans? And they do it constantly. Constantly. But if a comic went on a Tonight Show and he started saying black people feel this way, white people feel this way, everybody be mad at him. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. And I'll tell you why we do that. Because we're fucking hypocrites. 24-hour-a-day hypocrites. Here is Bill. Bill in PA.
Yeah, how you doing, Ron? Yeah, I'm pretty embarrassed about this whole thing too. I don't understand how Obama could let this happen this quick in his first term. This racial thing, but it's kind of obvious that the reason Joe Biden was there is to make it even. To have the two white guys and the two black guys. If Biden went there, it kind of looks like that the white guy was getting ganged up on. That's how I kind of would have seen it. But.
Well, I don't think they had him there to watch Gates' back, but I'm not sure exactly why Jumpin' Joe Biden thought he needed to be there. I guess because 51% of whites and 39% of blacks and 8% of Hispanics thought it was a good idea. Anthony in New Jersey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, buddy. Ronnie, why didn't Biden take him out on his houseboat? Maybe watch an Eggles game or something.
You know what? When the Eggles start this year, Biden's going to be there at his house every single day, drinking a near beer and eating a hoagie. Hoagies, near beer, houses, boots, cokes, and smoke. Come over to my house. We're going to smoke some pot, and then we're going to do coke. Everybody in Philly does coke. Everybody. Everybody in Philly likes coke and hoagies. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here's my friend Earl Douglas. And he's also known as E. Douglas 528 if you Twitter. Earl?
Buddy, sorry, I almost took the knee on the coke.
On the coke. He's having a smoke, and he's going on his houseboat, and he's not going any closer to Merlin. No matter what happens, I'm not going any closer to Merlin. Earl, this was an embarrassment yesterday, even for you. Am I right?
It was a necessary embarrassment. I mean,
it was a Photoshop. My friend sent me this and said it looks like a kid's tea party that mom set up in the backyard. Earl, did you hear what I had to say, though, about the news constantly saying black people feel this way and white people feel this way?
Yeah, I mean, there were plenty of black people I knew that were they thought Gates was acting a little uppity.
Well,
it wasn't this blacks felt this way. It wasn't 100% blacks feel this way and 100% whites feel that way. There was somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Some people were like really upset. Some people thought it was no. People didn't care.
Yeah. The main point of this is it wasn't a fucking news event. Anyone who's ever had long hair has been fucked around by a cop. It's ridiculous. You're not surprising us to say sometimes cops get pissed off. Earl, is it time for Obama to step down?
Oh, God, no. Please.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Did it go too far to where you had, like, streams of cameras watching four men drink whatever they were drinking, Bud Light or, non-alcoholic?
There was a non-alcoholic beer. There was a Bud Light, I think a Red Stripe, and a Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? But beer's beer.
And it looked like none of them got finished. That one glass.
What are you going to fucking do? Fucking pound the beer on TV? That would have been hysterical. Just fucking pound one down.
Another one.
I would like to see someone just drop a shot in theirs. Fuck this.
Another round?
So, yeah, but it was theater of the absurd. But it was.
And then, what did they have for him? Nuts or fucking? They had a little bowl of something everybody could munch on.
Yeah, I think they had like peanuts and popcorn or pretzels.
What are we, fucking 8 years old?
Yeah, Jesus. Popcorn.
What do people in middle America do? For me, this might be the place where the country's finally tipped to its side. It's finally tipped to its side and it's going down.
Earl, what happened to no drama Obama that we heard about during the campaign where he wasn't going to get caught up in the pettiness?
Well,
what would make you think he's any different, Fez? Because you heard it in a fucking political campaign. He's the same. He, Biden, Bush, fucking Clinton, McCain, they're all the same.
Yeah, and once you get into that office, everything is drama. Whether they made a big deal over the damn dog they were going to have for the White House. That was drama.
They do shit like that, and there was a big news thing because his daughter wore a shirt with a peace sign on it. And what was that supposed to mean when we have troops? How I had no idea we were still anti-peace. Even if there's a war on, wouldn't you like to get peace at the end of it?
Like peace is like this massive political statement. What do you want? Peace? Oh my God! What are you, insane?
All right, hold on. Here's Richard. He says he's been a limo driver for Gates. Richard, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, Ron. Big ups. Thank you very much for having me. Fez, hi. How you doing, man?
What can we do for you today?
Earl, I just don't have time to get into it with you. I've driven Gates before. Earl, have you ever met Gates in your life before?
You think all black people hang out?
Others that have.
Okay. You know he's got a big shoe and he's a gimp. He walks with a cane. So how is he getting fucking uppity with a cop?
No, you
He's the size of my fucking toothbrush, dude.
You misinterpreted me. There were some black people who thought, you know what, you shouldn't have mouthed off to a cop.
And plus, and Richard, let's fucking face something. I've seen an old lady fucking mouth off to a cop. Today, on 65th Street, sign of the murder 2 nights ago, some fucking guy, some woman was pinning a fucking meter maid's fucking arms back behind him. People get fucking crazy around cops. It happens.
Yeah, but I think we've all seen it's almost like a baseball argument where the guy's pretty much pointing a finger in the cop's face, and the cop will just stand there and just either write up the ticket or do whatever. I mean, but it never escalated into a situation where, the cop took a swing at him or anything.
Hold on. Here's Adam in New Jersey to tell me I'm wrong about something. What do you got for me, Adam?
Yeah, Ronnie, I usually agree with you, man. I do agree with you, but I will say I don't think this is the point in which the country's gone mad. I think it's the point where you've gone mad.
Go ahead. I'm willing to hear.
Yeah, to even compare Obama and Bush and how they would have handled this situation, or even any other president. The fact is that people are pissed about racial profiling, whether or not you believe it's a big deal. There are people out there that are really upset about it, and the normal president would have just had no comment about it whatsoever, not said anything about it.
Yes, in this case, a normal president would have been smarter. Obama did not give us a fucking speech on racial profiling. He was pissed off because his buddy got busted, and he uses the word stupid before he even had all the fucking facts. And he let himself get dragged into this. That's the fucking problem. He's supposed to be working on big fucking things. If he ever wanted to sit down and have the country do a discussion on race, I'm all for it. I think it's overdue. But you don't fucking start with one fucking foot in the hole, with this being the fucking central part. Yes, there's racial fucking things in this problem, in this country. Always has been. And, bearing something that fucking changes it, we will have those. But you discuss them. You don't have this fake fucking thing like four guys having a beer. That's my biggest problem with this. He did something stupid and then tried to cover it up with a photo op. He didn't sit down and have the country discuss race. And if I told you this, I blame the media just as much. Why is the media constantly telling us what black people think, white people think, what fucking... All they're trying to do is constantly divide. And yet, if anybody else says that, they're the racists. I'm accusing the media of being fucking racist.
Yeah, and I just don't think it's a whole clear-cut, in the same way like conservative and moderate and liberal. It's like I don't think everyone's 100% conservative all the time or 100% liberal all the time.
Well, let's face it, some people are very conservative about some things and not about others.